Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and I've made a new pick a card read for you. This time it's how's your person feeling about you? That person you've clicked on this video for, how do they feel about you right now? Let's find out. So I've made 3 readings here, the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Each one of them has got a deeper dive. It's a timeless reading, by the way, so whenever you get into it, it's good. Each one of them's got a deeper dive. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that it is your story, it could be your story, you might want to get that. Because in that deeper dive, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. Is there something for you to heal, to let go of, some action to take, something to say? Let's find out. Guidance for you in this relationship. So you guys together, what are the dynamics there? What do you need to know about it? How to make it work really well? And how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, toward the end of each of these readings, I'll be popping a link for that up there. There's a link for that in the description box and in the comments, and that's where you can also find your timestamps to fast forward to your reading. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Which one would you like? Would you like the crystal? Can't remember what type this is. Some kind of a moonstone, I think. Blood moonstone or something, I don't know. Flower? And this looks like something poisonous to me, like a foxglove. Got the juice on me there. Perhaps I ought to wash my hands. And, or the shell. Take your pick now. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as you're watching it as well. It really helps my YouTube channel out when you do that kind of stuff. So thank you for doing that. Click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell to hear more from me. I do a daily energy update for the collective. I make 3 of these Love Pick a Card reads a week. And I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show where I give mini reads for donations, usually about twin flame, the twin flame journey in that. So come along sometime. I'd love to see you in there. Well, enjoy your reading. I'll see you in there. So if you chose the crystal, and this one's for you, crystals, let's find out how your person feels about you right now. Now, as always, crystals, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story or could be a story, you might want to get that. Because in that, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. And then I'm going to go into guidance for you in this relationship. So you guys together, what are the dynamics there? What do you need to know about what will happen in your relationship? How to make it work really well. And also how this might all play out with possible timelines. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below as well. So let's find out how your person feels about you. Get some cards out for you here. Crystals, that person that you've got your eye on at the moment, and the person that you're thinking about when you're watching this video. Beneath the surface, they're holding something back. They're not letting you know. They've got emotions for you, but they've zipped it right now. They don't want you to know. They don't want other people to know. Don't want you to know. Don't want other people to know. Keeping it under wraps. Relaxation. They're quite relaxed about it though. They're not worried about it. So for some reason, I don't want their emotions to come out, to be known about this. They might just be one of those people that holds their emotions back, that doesn't have them out there, or they might have a reason for it. I'm feeling like they've got a reason for it. They don't want people to know how they feel about it. Right now, voyage, got somewhere to go, for something to do, setting sail on a new course. They want something new with you, but it's a new journey. Not quite ready for it yet is what I'm feeling here. Let's find out more. How they're feeling about you. So they've got a lot of emotions for you, a lot of love for you. You don't want it to let it be known at the moment. Because it's a new start for them. The Magician, they are manifesting you. They want you. They want to be with you. They want to manifest this new beginning with you. They want to start this new course. I think your person's got something to end first. It's what it's feeling like to me. Feels like they're trying to get out of something first. They're manifesting you, but they don't want their feelings to be known right now. They've got a lot of chaos and conflict around them at the moment. So when they focus on you, it's almost like they feel a lot for you. They don't want it to be known, but they've got mixed feelings as well. Is that when they focus on you, there's a lot of frustration there because they are in the throes of some kind of a change in their life. Tell us more. Give us one more card here. How they're feeling about crystals. Yeah, you're very much a double-edged sword for them. because they want this new beginning with you. So sometimes when they're focused on you, they feel great. It's like, yeah, I totally want crystals, feeling, you know, all of these emotions. But then there's this other side of the coin, which is like so frustrating that I've got to wait, so frustrating that I can't express my emotions to crystals, so frustrating that I need to hold it back. They want this big new start. They know that you've got a bright future ahead of you together, and they know that you've got a bright future ahead of you alone. They see big potential in you and big potential in you guys together as well. They know that this could be very abundant and just having a rich, full life together. They know that they can grow something with you. They know that this is the big one. This is the relationship that is the one for them. They know you're the one. Ace of Pentacles. A lot of growth can come from this. They see all this potential. There's a groundedness in that as well. They like the way that you're so grounded too. Have you got that really nice mix of the spiritual and the groundedness as well? You're able to manifest things. They really think that you're really abundant and able to manifest things. They know that, yeah. They really like that. They really like that about you, that you're grounded as well. The Ace of Pentacles. Now, not that many, please. The Magician. Why have we got the Magician here? 1 or 2, please, but not 4 or 5. Why have we got the Magician here? Okay, 2. I've got a lot to say. Page of Inspiration. They find you very exciting. They hang on every word. They're probably watching you, reading all your Facebook posts and all that kind of thing. Page of Inspiration. I mean, it's not the Page of Swords, which I usually get as a watching thing, but it's more like they hang on every word that you say. They find it exciting. They think you've got great ideas. You're very inspirational to them. Ace of Voices. They're watching you at the moment. They're definitely watching you at the moment, and seeing this potential, this exciting potential. What is this? You are talking about something at the moment. You have an idea about something at the moment. You are communicating about something at the moment that excites them. They see the potential in this with you and them. So they're manifesting. They know that you can manifest a lot together. You might have a shared interest or something like that. You might post about it or talk about it out in the open, maybe on social media or amongst friends or something like that. They know this. It excites them. Perhaps they've had a similar idea. They want to work on it with you. Or they've got a similar interest and they want to indulge in that interest with you as well. They might want to discuss it with you or have lots of conversations. They're inspired by the same thing. They find you very inspiring. They're excited to be with you. They're excited about your ideas. And yeah, they really like your focus and your mind. And they find you very inspiring. The things that you put your time and your effort and your energy into, it seems that they have very similar interests to you. Retreat. Oh, there's something here about you being doing your own thing on your own terms and being very independent and perhaps introverted nature. Perhaps you study something or are very interested in and delving deep into one particular area. They like the way that you kind of self-motivated to do that. You're not going along with peer pressure. You're not doing it because someone else is doing it. You're doing it because you're really into it and you do it by yourself. So you're the leader. You're self-leader is what I'm getting here, and they really like that about you. They could have had followers before. They could have been with people in romantic relationships before that would just kind of do anything that they said, and they're the leader. And that could have been quite appealing to them at first, but then they didn't like it in the end, because then you feel like you've got a hanger on, right? And so you're making all the decisions for them. They like that you've got like a leadership thing, but it's like a self-leadership thing. It's like introversion or something like that. They're like that. Five of Swords, but they are conflicted. Why? Six of Materials. They're not sure they have as much to offer. That's why. They see that you've got a lot to offer, and they're not sure that they've got as much to offer materially. So they see all this potential, and you've got these great ideas. You're doing all of these things and everything. You're very lucrative, abundant, and all of that. They don't feel the same way about themselves. Now, they might be, they might not be, but that's the way they're seeing it at the moment. They don't feel like they're up to par with you. They don't feel like they've got as much to offer as you've got to offer. That's what's causing their chaos and the conflict here. That could be why they are keeping their emotions back. They're just not ready yet because they don't feel like they're on your level yet. The sexual energy as well. So they're very attracted to you, very drawn to you sexually. There's a lot of attraction there. They wish they were at your level for sure. So they see you doing big things here, and they realize that this relationship could be really big, could grow into something really big. You're the one. You're the one for them. Ace of Pentacles, you got that right mix of things, and this could be really big, really long lasting. They want to invest in this. They want to put their time and their efforts into it. And like I said, they love that you're very grounded like that too. So they're very down to earth, and they know that they could actually grow something with you as a result. They're seeing like an easy path with you as well. Like this could be easy. Very clear about that. And use of voices, so they have a lot of clarity about you. They see that they might have been watching you for a while or got to know you for a while. They've got a lot of clarity about you. There's something about the way, I kind of said this before, but maybe I didn't say it right. The way that you hold your energy back, the way that you do things alone, the way that you lead yourself, the leadership that you've got in yourself. You're not trying to push other people around or to control them. You're doing it for yourself. You've got your own interests. Like I said, it's not a peer pressure thing. You're not doing it with other people. You're not trying to get other people to do it. You just do it for yourself. You're like a leader in that kind of way. You do it for yourself. You hold your energy back for yourself, and you do great things as a result of it. That's how they know they can do big things with you as well. They've got a lot of clarity. So it's like they just get you. They get you. They've seen how you operate, and they just get you. It makes sense to them, and they're like, it's like you're like a breath of fresh air to them because of that. It feels to me like this is a good match, that they've got that. They like the way that you are in your feminine energy and your masculine energy as well. So it's like you've got a good hold on that balance, a good balance of the energies, and that allows them to be in their energy too. You know, if someone is imbalanced in the masculine and feminine energy, then when we're in a relationship with them, we have to be more of one than we are the other. You know, if someone's not in their masculine energy, so they're not being logical about stuff, they're not taking responsibility for stuff, we have to do that for them, right? And that's not necessarily a nice place to be. Even for a masculine, even for a man, they don't want to have to be in the masculine all the time. They want to be in the feminine sometimes. And it's the same for women too. We don't want to be like just one energy all the time. We want to be balanced, right? And because they see that you're doing things and you're manifesting things and you're earthy and you've got all of this stuff going on, you're a leader of yourself, they see that you've got a nice balance there. In other words, you don't need them, and they know it, and they find that really refreshing. This is not someone who is intimidated by that, or, you know, they're not all in their ego thinking, I need crystals to need me, kind of thing. They're not. So they're quite refreshed by that. Okay, what else? What else are they feeling at the moment for crystals? What are they feeling for you? So this isn't someone that's just feeling about you. They have been observing you and figuring you out, kind of thing, as a potential to be a long-term partner. Now, this could have started as just like sexual energy, just attraction there. But the more that they've got to know you, especially if you are this energy of like holding back, you know, doing your own thing. They see you going about and doing your own thing, and then they're like, hang on a minute, this has got long-term potential. Crystals could truly be right for me. Sacred union, they think that you're the one. They're honoring and treasuring this relationship for it's truly sacred. So if they came in like all lusty pants for you at the start, they might have backed right off from that when they realized, oh, crystals is way more special than that. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So deep in their heart, they know that you're the person for them. It feels to me like they're just trying to get ready. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. They see you as having this light about you and creating new things, manifesting new things. Perhaps you're a leader, a thought leader, or you're inspiring in some kind of way. Let me know what it is in the comments if you know what it is. Or it could be just a personal thing they're inspired by you, but it's got something to do with leadership, but personal leadership. You're applying it for yourself, you're living it. Whatever, you may be teaching something, but it's more like you're living it and showing them, and then they really like that. It's very refreshing to them. Yeah, you're a refreshing change. They've not met anyone like you. What else? See the bigger picture. You've got a wisdom about you. You see the bigger picture. You're not caught up in the little details. You're not caught up in gossip or you know, the little stuff that people get caught up in, like the news, or you know, just like stuff, the little stuff. You don't sweat the small stuff. They're like that about you. You see the bigger picture. You've got a wisdom about you. What else? How are they feeling about crystals? Well, there's a definite spark there. The action is there. That sexual chemistry is there for sure. The feeling that's not going away. So there's that spark between you. There's an excitement they're feeling towards you as well. And they're spying on you. Yeah, I was already getting that there. Definitely spying on you. They're watching. They're watching you a lot. Very inspirational. And that could be, you know, this chaos and confusion here, this conflict that they've got about coming forward because they don't feel like they're on your level yet, like they have as much to offer. I feel like you are inspiring them, like they, you know, like when someone's inspirational and doing their own thing, it makes us inspired to do it for ourselves, isn't it? We go, like, we put our head down and go, I'm going to really work toward this. Like they're working toward their thing, I want to work toward my thing, and that it feels to me like they've got the head down now and they're building something for themselves so that they are able to reciprocate. Yeah, they're wary. They've got all of this doubt, so there they are watching you thinking, I want to give crystals this bunch of flowers, but can I make my way over? The doubting whether you're going to accept them, the doubting if you've got feelings for them too. They've got some cynicism here around them. This isn't about you. This isn't a cynicism about you. This is cynicism about them. So they've got people around them that are cynics. Now, if they're gushing about you to the friends and the family, they could have very cynical people around them that are saying, they're out of your league, or you don't deserve that, or something like that. People that might belittle or damage the relationship. In fact, it could be someone quite damaging to the relationship or people around them. So this is why you're so inspiring to them, because you're so different than the people that are around them. It could be around gossips and people that are just like caught up in that small stuff like that, and they see you doing these great things because you're focused on yourself and your thing that you're passionate about, and they just find that so inspiring. You're an inspiration to them, crystals. But they're hiding their feelings from you because they don't feel good enough for you yet. But you are inspiring them into that greatness in themselves. Perhaps they'll catch you up, hey? Listen with your heart. You're opening the heart as well. You see you being very loving and open-hearted with people and what you do. And you've opened them up to their heart as well. Perhaps they were getting cynical because of the people that were around them. They could have been, hey? Because who we have around us, you know, it really affects us. Actions speak loudly. They see you taking all of this action, and yeah, they're seeing who you are. They're definitely seeing who you are because you're practicing what you preach. You express your love through actions. You're doing it. It's like no one's holding you back. You're just doing it. You're doing your thing. They're very impressed by you. What else is in their heart? Romance. They want to romance you. They want to lavish you with love and personal attention and affection. They do want to come in with that romance, with that bunch of flowers. They're scared to, fully scared to, but they do want to. Wow, so there you go, crystals. If that sounds like it is your story or could be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive. As I said in the deeper dive, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. Is there something that you should do to encourage them to open up with their feelings and all of that kind of thing? I don't know, let's see. Or is there something for you to be getting on with within yourself with regards to your love life? What do you need to know about this relationship? So you guys together, what are the dynamics there? How to make it work really well? What else do you need to know about them and yourself? And also how this might play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. Type your email address in. I've got a bit of egg floating around. Type your email address in very carefully, otherwise you won't receive it. If you get it wrong, you won't receive it, right? The email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. So check in those places for that email. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower and the shell. Click on the crystal on a device that can open PDFs. And in that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. And when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it should do. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there, leave a comment, and click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to the deeper dive, I'll see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the flower, then this one's for you. Flowers, let's find out how your person feels about you at the moment. So that person you've got your eye on, the person that you clicked on this video for. As usual, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story or could be a story, you might want to get that. In that, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. Is there something that you need to let go of, heal, do, say? Let's find out. Guidance for you in this relationship as well. You guys together, what are the dynamics there? How can you make it work really well? And how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get into it. How does your person feel about your flowers? Bringer of change. Ooh, I was getting a bit of a, that it's a good thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing too. You are changing their life completely. You came into their life and everything changed for them. There's a great need for change. Now, they might have got stuck in a rut, your person, and yeah, you show up in their life and they realize, oh, I need to make a lot of changes. Feels perhaps like you might have been an inspiration to them, but I don't know, it feels like if they think about being in union with you, they know that there's got to be changes in their life. Perhaps they were kind of a bit disappointing to themselves or something. I don't know, you're bringing change anyway. There's peace here though, so they see you as a very peaceful person. It's not like they see you as like a tyrant and they've got to change. It's not like that. It's more like you bring change into the life. They know it. They're instigating it. But you're kind of instigating it. But, yeah. You're the dream person. Like, you're dreamy. Like, you're their dream person. Yeah. Choose wisely, and you're a wise choice as well. Wow. You see you as choosing wisely as well. Like, you're very much in charge of your own ship kind of thing. You choose wisely. They're like, you choose your friends, you choose what you do, how you live, where you live, what you eat, all of that kind of stuff that you choose very wisely. You make some wise choices, but you're dreamy. You're their dream person, but you're instigating change in their life for sure. Tell us more. How does flowers person feel about flowers? How do they feel about your flowers? Seven of Pentacles. They see you like making efforts, planting seeds, tending to your environment. You take good care of yourself. Could be the self-love, self-nurturing kind of thing there as well. They like what you do. It could be your work ethic. They like how you tend to things in your life. Perhaps you're on top of stuff, you know. They like that. Wheel of Fortune, you're very lucky. They see you as being very lucky, like you're blessed. Now, this could be your spiritual nature that's got you like this. I don't know if you know, if you've noticed. The better you are, the better person you are, the more you're on the side of love, the less you get involved in gossip and all the negative stuff, you know, you listening to the ego and all of that kind of stuff. The better person you are, the luckier you get, for sure. It's like the universe is on your side when you're a good person like that. See you as being lucky. Fated as well. This is a fated connection. They feel like you're the dream person, so it feels like when you came into their life, like there was something serendipitous about it, something very fated about it, something that just made sense to them. Could have been some kind of signs around that. Anyway, you got that luck. You're the dream person still. You're the one that they've wished for, so you're exactly what they've been looking for. You're a dream come true. The star, very hopeful about this connection. So the Seven of Pentacles, they're like your work ethic, what you put your time into, who you put your time into. They're like the way that you choose people, what you nurture within your life, what you don't, that kind of thing. Oh, they want to give you a big love offer, a Knight of Emotions. Wow. So that is such a driving factor for them to give you a love offer. In other words, they see you loving yourself and really tending to your environment here in your life, and they want to match you in that. They want to love you in that same way. They're like, oh, yes, Flowers is really taking care of themselves, really loving themselves. I want to love them too. They feel this very strong connection with you, and they want to offer you that same level of love. They want to love you as much as you're loving yourself. They want to love you as much as you're loving yourself. They're a match in that. That could be why you've brought so much change in their life, right? Because they may not have been loving themselves that much, and you might have seen them step up in that since they met you. What's behind that is ancient wisdom. There's something about you which is very old soulish, wise, and they love that about you. There's a definite spiritual connection here. They're recognizing your spirit. It could be that this person feels like they've known you in past lives as well. But there's a definite spiritual connection here with this Wheel of Fortune, very much fated connection. Yeah, you're a dream come true in this, but there's something magical about it as well. And it's got something to do with your spirituality. The Wheel of Fortune, tell us about this. That's too many. Tell us more about this Wheel of Fortune. The flowers. Woo! Wheel of Fortune again. Turn of Inspiration. Serendipity. I won't put the Wheel of Fortune out again. It's a duplicate, but it's just emphasizing the point that they see you as lucky, blessed by the universe. Lucky for them too. It's like you came in at the right time for them when they were ready to put some burden down. Feels to me like they were wishing for you, or they were wishing for a connection like this. This is why it feels fated. That like they were ready to put these burdens down, and then you showed up. Like divine timing, I'm getting fated timing, just perfect timing for them. It feels to me like you showed up in their life when they were instigating change within themselves, realizing they needed to put some burdens down, and then as soon as they decided that, they turn around and there you are. And they're like, oh, realizing that those burdens that they needed to put down was it. That was what was stopping them from being in that energy. And as soon as they decide, there you are. As soon as they decide to drop those burdens, there you are. Or there you were. That, you know how I was getting with that Wheel of Fortune, that there's some kind of a fated event, like some kind of a synchronicity. It feels like something about that. You're about to let go of something, decided to let go of something, and as soon as they did that, ta-da, there you were. But the progression from there on forward has been slow but steady. A decision to put some burdens down. That's when you showed up. That's why they realized that this is a fated connection. But them actually putting those burdens down is slow but steady. They're doing it, but they might be very big burdens. This could be someone, perhaps, they might have a big company or something like that, being very logical, work-oriented kind of thing. They might have had a bit of a spiritual awakening and thought, I need to put these burdens down of this business because there's more to life than this, and I need to pursue more of my soul activities, more love, more happiness and all of that. And then as soon as they've made that decision, they turn around and there you are. That's when you go, ta-da, in their life. And they're like, he's a spiritual person, that's the match, that's the one. So that's how it's like a dream come true, is as soon as they made the decision, there you were. Star. So they're very hopeful about this. I feel like they're missing out at the moment though. Yeah. Very much early days in all of this. They want to rush into it. They feel like they're missing out at the moment. There's something about the slowness of them putting down these burdens though. It's like, why couldn't they have shown up? Why couldn't flowers have shown up once I'd put these burdens down? Like, why didn't you show up 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, whatever it is down the line when they'd actually managed to clear those burdens? Why did you show up as soon as they decided to drop those burdens? Because it's been a slow progress for them to drop those burdens. Because I think it's something about you gave them, you're a bringer of change in their life, right? So it's almost like you're one of the ingredients amongst other things that has caused them to make these changes. So in a way, you've speeded it up for them. But this is very much the start of things. It's like a start of love. They want to rush into it, but they can't. That they can't rush into it is very disappointing to them. But it's slowing things right down, and it seems to be for good reason that it's been slowed down. Page of Emotions suggests that they're very much in their imagination and in a fantasy about you. So they're thinking about you a lot and dreaming about you a lot. Very hopeful about this. But yeah, there's this, I want to get in there faster. They want this to be faster. But they're learning a lot in the process, right? Teaching. The slowness is teaching them. Yeah, it very much feels like you needed to come into their life when you did. But even as frustrating as that is for both of you, because it feels like you can't be together as of yet. And it's a real slow thing I'm getting for them for someone to decide that they're putting some burdens down and then for it to be slow progress to actually do that suggests that it's a very complicated thing that they're putting down, these burdens. It's something that they've been living for a long time, and it's very intricately meshed into their life. You know, could be something really. It could be a marriage, but it's more complicated than that. It isn't just someone that they can let go of. Marriage with children. It feels even more complicated than that. Marriage with children and a shared business or something, or a marriage with children and there's a special needs child, or marriage with children and a business and taking care of their partner's elderly relative at the same time who has special needs or some kind of disability. There's something really complicated about it like that. So they've got to let go, surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So they're in the letting go and the surrendering process at the moment. Now they might see that you've already done that you're free, available, and you've got this freedom, and you might be urging them, like inspiring them to do that. When it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So they're making new choices now, and they're getting more understanding of it. Like I said, I think your person was very logical before, or money oriented, or business oriented, that kind of thing. And I feel like they've had this spiritual awakening, and now they make very different choices than they used to. It's based on different priorities, the choices that they're making now. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. This is them. They're not happy where they're at the moment, and they're starting to realize that they deserve to feel joyful. Feels to me like someone is taking care of the business, the family, parents, children, that kind of thing. They forgot about themselves, and they realize, oh, I'm the only one that's not happy here. Well, probably not, but I'm not happy here. I'm not happy, and I need to make some different decisions for myself. Perhaps seeing you being joyful and making good decisions for yourself and your happiness is spurring them on. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So as I said, you're their wish fulfillment. You're their dream come true. And they are definitely know that they're on the path to this. You're the person, and they know that this is coming. They're giving gratitude for that they're headed toward that. It's just a long process, and whatever it is that they're letting go at the moment of to get there, which is frustrating them. I hope that they're not missing out on you, but it is quite disappointing to them, the slowness of it. They're trusting the universe, though. They're trusting the universe. So there's something very spiritual about this connection, and they know it, and they're trusting the universe on this. So they're probably getting a lot of signs as well that this is it for them. Well, there's very definite energy that you're their dream come true here. There's a lot of that. And so, yeah, I think they're pretty assured that you're that person. Could be getting lots of signs about that and stuff. A lot of confirmation. You could be getting the same as well, like repeating numbers when they're around. They're breaking free of codependency. What was I saying? I was feeling like it's so complicated what they're in. It's not just a matter of divorce. It's not just a matter of letting the kids fend for themselves or taking care of them in another house from another household. It's not just a matter of selling that business. It is so complicated for some reason. There's codependent, someone dependent on them. There's perhaps a lot of people dependent on them. They can't sell the company because all of these people that depend on them being there and keeping it going. It's something like that, but it's more than that. I keep on getting that they've really got themselves in the fix here. They've made things very complicated. Got motorbikes going past. I thought perhaps they were for me, but no. I mean, delivery. I mean, not a motorbike for me. Motorbike just for me. This soul connection, it's confusing for them. They feel it very strongly, this soul connection. I feel the confusion is, why is it so hard to let go of this stuff? Why? With such a strong soul connection, why can't we have it right now? Why is it so difficult to get to it? It's something about a rite of passage is the answer to that I just heard. We've got to go through a rite of passage. These spiritual awakenings don't come easy. There's always a rite of passage, isn't there? There's always something gnarly to go through to get there. They're not going to have it easy. No one gets it. No one gets it easy. Fresh. This one, it's fresh. The spiritual awakening, I mean. You make them very happy. Oh, we've got 4 cards out there too. You make them very happy. They know that they're going to be very happy with you. They just see all this happiness all around. Happy home, happy life, all of that. Responsiveness. So they like the way that you respond to them. They've noticed perhaps they see a shift in your emotions when they're around or something like that. They like your responsiveness there. They're jealous. There's an element of jealousy in them. So they're unable to come in. They're going through this rite of passage. They're having to let a lot of stuff go and create a lot of change in their life. And there's a part of them that wonders whether you're with someone else. And yeah, they find you very special. It feels to me like they've said this to you as well, that you're special. And naivety. Part of them that thinks that they might be being naive about this, about their ability. Yeah, I just got disappointment then. That's why this disappointment. There's a part of them sometimes, they go to this dark place of, am I fooling myself here? I'm never going to be able to get out of this stuff. I've made my bed, I've got to lie in it. This stuff, I'm not going to be able to get out of it for the rest of my life. And that disappointment, am I being naive about this, that I can even have this relationship? That's what happens to them. They get into this dark place. When they get to that dark place, that's when the jealousy comes up as well. They're probably with someone else. So sometimes they can get into these negative spirals in their mind as it's not happening, you know, with the delays. But they bounce back from that.
Act as if your partner's here, very much believing that you're on your way to being together though. They believe that your partner's already. Demonstrate love, find out what's important to those you love and act on it. So they're already collecting information about you, about what you love, and they know how to love you already. They know what the attention that they want to shower you with, what they want to get you, the presents they want to get you, where they want to take you, that kind of thing. They know what it is that they want to do with you once you're together. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. Something about your love languages here that are a good match with each other. You're on the same page with each other there. Even if your communication, you've got the love language, what am I trying to say? Even if you speak a different language, even if you're from a different place, even if you've got slightly different ways of communicating, your love language is going to be the same. You feel the love from each other. You're able to communicate it perhaps with a glance to each other. That's what I'm getting from this responsiveness as well. They like the way that you interact with them and respond to them. Okay, so if that sounds like it is your story, it could be your story, then you might want to get the deeper dive. The extended reading that goes with this, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in. So where are you at the moment? How are you dealing with this at the moment? This wait. It feels like it's a long time. Let me know in the comments. How long has it been? This person's got a complicated life. They probably thought that they were building up a lot, right? And it was a good thing, building their empire. And then they were like, oh my God, I'm stuck now. Feels like that to me. Is it? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. Where you at? Let's help you out with that. And guidance for you in this relationship as well. So you guys together, how is it going to be, this relationship? And how can you make it work really well? Are there any red flags to look out for, or ways, things just to keep in mind? Let's find out. And also how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. You need to get your email address right, so type it in very carefully. Otherwise, you're not going to receive it. The email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, your promotions folder. Check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on that flower on a device where you can open PDFs. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device, and it should do. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there, leave a comment, and click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell as well down there. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to the deeper dive, I'll see you in there very shortly. If you chose the shell, and this one's for you, shells, let's find out how your person feels about you, that person you've clicked on this video for. Let's find out. Now, as usual, there's going to be a deeper dive to this, shells. That is an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, it could be a story, then you might want to get that. In that, I'm going to give you guidance for the situation you find yourself in right now. Is there some action you need to take, something you need to let go of, something you need to say or do, or something like that? We'll find out. Guidance for you right now. Guidance for you in this relationship. So you guys together, what are the dynamics there? How can you make it work really well? What do you need to know about when you guys are together? And also how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get straight into it. How does your person feel about you right now? Tea ceremony. They think you're very precise, decisive, calm, cool, collected, precise. You don't do things unconsciously. You do things consciously. You are a master of your game kind of thing. You're not a random person. You don't do things willy-nilly. You're very precise and conscious about what you do. So, yeah, force to be reckoned with, you are. And that's a good thing. Now, sometimes you guys with that kind of an energy, you might have questioned yourself as you go through life. You might see people that are all like a bit looser in the life, well, a lot looser in life, and just going with the flow and stuff. And you might have questioned yourself, maybe I should be more like that instead of, you might have felt constricted being so precise about stuff. But I will tell you, I think it is a very good thing being conscious of what it is that you do. it could set you up for really good habits in life that bring you success in all kinds of ways. You'll be grateful for it in the long term anyway. That kind of loose, go with the flow, anything goes, up for anything kind of thing. It's very teenage kind of an energy. It's not a very mature kind of an energy. They see you tending the garden. They see you really looking after yourself. They see you perhaps gardening. It could actually literally be that. But more that you take good care of yourself, your environment. You look good. You take care of yourself, your hair, the way you look, all of that. Perhaps your health, but you're very unusual in some kind of way. Road less travel. You're not like other people. You're at a different level to other people, and they see you like that. They like it. You intrigue them. They like the way you move and you shape. The way perhaps you are very lively. You do a lot of things. You've got a lot of things going on. You do flow. They see you in the flow. And isn't that funny? Because I was picking up that you don't. That you think that you don't flow that much, that you're very constricted. But I'm not getting that. I'm just getting that you're very definitive and very particular about what you do. And that is actually a good thing. The universe works well with... How can I say this? The universe works very well with people who will take responsibility and who will persist in things and that will put action into things, and that's your energy. So they do see you as going with the flow. They see things happening for you. Think of the people that are just like random and they're doing all of these things. They might feel very exciting and all of that, and you might think that they appeal to many people. There's the edginess of them and all of that, but if you were to take a look at that, they're the ones that are drinking. They're the ones that are like self-destructive and probably depressed when they're at home because things won't be working out for them very well. The universe finds it very hard to work with people that aren't consistent like that, especially ones that aren't looking after themselves too. So on the surface, those people might seem very edgy, but they're not, and that is not you. You're not edgy like that, and that is a good thing. Yeah, because I'm just picking up that you've got self-deprecation about that, and you shouldn't have at all. It's a really good thing to be kind of regimented and precise in what it is that you do. Like I said, you've probably got some really good habits in life as a result of it. Very consistent. Yep, 9 of Pentacles, single, independent. You got your shit together. You're good. Like you've got everything in order. You got your home, you got your business, you got your career, you got your money. You're looking good. You're having these wins. You're happy by yourself. You see you being happy by yourself. Very precise about what you do. I'm going to go again with that. No, I'm going to take them. Page of Pentacles. How can I put this? You got the Page of Pentacles with the 6 of Pentacles and then the 10 of Swords. They know that you've been through something gnarly. And they know that because they see this about you. The Page of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles, they see that you've got a lot to offer, but they see that you're very precise in who you give those offers to. It's not that you're not generous. You are generous. It's the card of generosity too. But you're very particular in how much and what you'll give it out to. They know that behavior in you is because of this, because you've been through some pain. They can see it in you that you've been through some pain. So yeah, they could be very interested in finding out what that is. They see that you've got a lot to offer and you're a very generous person, but not very generous. You're a generous person, but particular about who you give that generosity out to. You're conscious about who you let into your life, especially who you give energy to. They might see you shutting down to people or saying no, or having strong boundaries, and they know that that's down to pain that you've been through. 2 of Pentacles, they see that you're very good at balancing yourself. It could physically be balanced as well. Balancing things in your life. You've got good balance in your life. I think I'm talking about, if you've got a yoga practice, things like that. You've got a lot of balance in your life. you've got your shit together, you guys, and they're seeing that. They like the way that you balance yourself out there. You make really good decisions as well, weighing up your options. They are a little intrigued about the pain in your past, what brought you to this point. It seems like your person's been trying to figure it out, you know. 9 of Pentacles, but here they see you single, independent, having a good time, good life. Not a good time really, but a good life. You've got your stability there. You're getting wins for yourself, very independent, and yeah, taking good care of yourself. Tell us more about this. Again, because of your balance. They do see that you're a little indecisive though, a little bit closed down, a little bit indecisive about letting good things into your life. Perhaps seeing that you've got a few too many boundaries, or so they think. I don't know, that could be a personal thing, because perhaps you haven't been openly gregarious with them kind of thing, and they're perhaps thinking that you're being a bit careful around them, whereas there's no need to. But they do see you weighing up options, so it's not like you're going to dive into a relationship with them and disrupt your life. So yeah, there is that element of they think you might be a little bit defensive or a little bit too picky. Not to say that it's true, but that's what they... And I think that's just a personal thing. I think it's more about them. They like you being picky about other people. They don't want you to be picky about them. I think it's that. Tell us more. Healing. I knew that was going to come out, you know. I knew that this card was coming at them. Healing energy. They see you as a healer. They see that you've been through some gnarly stuff and you've healed yourself. Well, they don't see that. They just know it. They can pick it up from you. You know, it's like, well, this person's got really good stuff going on. They're really balanced. Wow, they must have been through some shit. You know, it must be... Well, we see that, don't we? We know. If we've got like a group of friends from school, the ones that went through the hardest stuff, they're the ones shining brightest now. And so they know that. And so they know they can kind of... They know that you've got something in your past. Perhaps because they've been through something similar as well. You're generous. You've had hard times in the past, and you're very particular about how and who and what you give your generosity out to, who you offer that stuff to. You're picky about that. Now, perhaps because you've been through codependency and stuff like that, so you're really careful about not being an enabler anymore. Could be. Practicing that. So you're still in the practicing phase. So yeah, I think you guys, you've probably just come out of codependency. So you're super aware at the moment, having to practice that. Perhaps being a little more restrictive than you need to be at the moment. Feels like that. That could actually be true. Have you noticed it's not so much about the feeling about you, it's more about what they're thinking about you so far? That's the perception of you anyway. You've got a thinking person here. Thinking more than the feeling so far anyway. See you as a very balanced person. Weighing up your options, making good choices for yourself, protecting yourself a little bit too much. Something to do with your past. Oh, 10 of emotions. Now, protective of yourself, because in the past you had it all. They think, or they're aware that you had it all in the past and you lost it. Did you have it all and you lost it all, and now you're protective of yourself because of that? I don't know why they would know that, but apparently they do. Or they're just believing this about you. They think that you had it all before, or you are it all and you must have had it all before, and why did you let that go? They're very intrigued by you and your story. They're very intrigued by you, the way that you are, and they're trying to piece together. They're trying to imagine like what your past story is. Both one of hardship and of having it all too. They can't imagine that you didn't have it all because they see you as this blessed being. Anyway, it's all good. This might be a more recent past thing. You had it all with someone or something, and they wondered why you weren't happy with that, why you turned away from that. It doesn't make sense to them. They saw you in a situation, or they're aware that you were in a situation in the past where you had it all and they don't get it. Or they see perhaps you've got someone around you that you could have it all with, someone that they think is a better match than them to you, and they don't get why you haven't chosen them. Now, it might have something to do with this reciprocity. It might be someone that they think on the surface of it is being reciprocal, but perhaps they don't love you right, or something like that. I don't know. This person thinks a lot about you, and they're trying to figure you out. They're trying to figure out why you make the decisions that you do. If we're talking about a relationship here, they're looking at you in a past relationship, a relationship that they were aware of that you were in. Perhaps they were around you. Perhaps this person has been in your life for a long time, and they're like, "Well, you had it all with that. Like, why would she or he possibly have given that up? Makes no sense." But you can't see within relationships, right? You don't know. There could have been all kinds of things in there. You got your reasons anyway, but I don't know why they're trying to figure you out this much. They're obviously a thinker. But what I'm asking, how do they feel about crystals? Can we have some of the feelings, please? Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. That could be why there's peace in you. This peace. Is that peace? I think it was. No, it's 10 in the garden. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. Right. I think they overthink things about you for sure. They see you as being this balance, but they could see you as being kind of aloof. Like you're a little bit too accepting of things, to the point of bypassing stuff, not getting involved in things. Backing out of situations, being really picky, to the point of not letting people or stuff in. Having too strong boundaries, that kind of thing. You're a little bit too chilled out or something like that. Again, it's probably because they've got a personal, not gripe, but like they're wishing you were more open because it would be easy for them, I think, is what it is. It's affecting them personally because they think you're not going to choose them. New beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So they see you already doing it, right? This person, they're a little bit on the defensive. They're projecting that onto you. That's what it is. Your person's a little bit defensive here. They see you doing really well. They see you having all of this balance, and then they're like, oh, they need to be less aloof, less choosy, less all of this. And it's not about that at all. It's nothing about you. They need to do that themselves. They're projecting that onto you. They want to be living their dreams, right? They look at you, and you could probably live your dreams together and be really happy together, but then they're making problems about you. Because they don't feel worthy of you, is what it feels like. You could have this new adventure. It feels like you're a go-getter. They want that with you, but they're making excuses why they can't have it with you. They're stopping themselves. This person is stopping themselves from living their dreams. And then they're looking at you and trying to figure out why you're stopping yourself from living your dreams in relationship. You are living your dreams, I can see that. But they're looking at you going, why? It's like they're wary of you. But they're wary of you. It's a mirror. It's like they're projecting. It's about them. This is about them. It's about how they feel bad about not pursuing their dreams, how aloof they are, and they're projecting it on you. That's why the feeling isn't coming out. That's why they're in their minds, that they're avoiding how bad they feel about themselves by looking at you and trying to figure you out. You know, that's what people do. When really wounded people get all in their head and all in their, they want to analyze everyone and everything so it makes sense, so they don't have to feel it. Because feeling it hurts. It hurts. We're like, when we're wounded people, we can't have messy people around us. We can't admit that people are messy. We want to put things in a tidy box and not feel it. And that's where they're at. They're not feeling things because they're afraid to. They're afraid to feel, because when they feel about themselves is that they're not good enough. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only in being true to yourself that you're going to be true to others. They do see you being true to yourself. They do. And that scares them. Quite frankly, that scares them, because they think very personally that you ain't going to choose them. Or even if you do, you're going to give up on it like you did this past person who they thought was better than them as well. They thought that your past person was more of a match than they are with you. This person's got self-esteem issues for sure, self-worth issues, all kinds of things going on. They're wounded. They haven't done the self-healing work. Otherwise, they'd be in the feelings, and it would be all about their feelings about you, and they're not. They're trying to analyze you and come up with excuses why it's not going to work. Leave the past behind. Right? So why? How did you leave the past behind? Why did you leave the past behind? They've seen that you've left the past behind, but they're wary about that. They're a little bit like, how could she or he leave the past behind? I'm not fully trusting it. Again, it's a projection. They've not left their past behind themselves. So they're trying to figure out you. Trying to figure you out. So they're hopeful about romance. I was hoping we could get some feelings out here. So they're hopeful about having a romance with you. There's a strong pull toward you. This person isn't ready for romance. They're not even started feeling yet. This is a concept, you know, a hope for romance. It's not like how they feel about you. Do you know what I mean? I've been asking all the time, how do they feel about shells? Not got any of that out, right? We've not got any out. But it's just like what they think of you. And then some feeling comes out and it's a hope for romance. So it's very much a conceptual kind of a thing. I've hoped to have romance with shells. I want this connection to be a romantic connection. They're not feeling the romance right now. They're hoping that they will feel romance with you. Yeah. They're hoping to feel with you. They're hoping to get feelings about you. Lucky. They feel lucky to have met you and to be in your life. But they're afraid of the past. Revenge. They're afraid of the past coming back. Again, this could be like your ex, this one that they think you had it all with, or you should have had it all with. They don't get it. They very much feel second rate to someone that's in your past. They can't seem to get over that. They're afraid of that person coming back, or they're afraid of their ex seeking revenge as well. Could be that. A very unusual character, this one. Unhealed. Wounded person. Beware. Ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. Again, I've seen that this is a projection. So they're feeling this about you, that you need to ask for help, and because they're seeing you as independent here. And I'm not necessarily getting that that's a bad thing at all. It's not that you don't ask for help or you don't get support. You are supported by people. But they're seeing your independence as a kind of a flaw. It's probably them that doesn't seek help or ask for help. Well, they're coming across as a wounded person. They need help, right? And when someone's wounded, what do? They look at everyone else and project on everyone else and sees the faults in everyone else and goes, oh, they need help. You should go and get help. You should go and have therapy, kind of thing. But It's that whole finger pointing thing. 3 fingers pointing back right at us when we point the finger at someone else. It's more about us than it is about them. So I'd say that all of these are about them rather than you. Pretty much this whole reading is about them and not about you. So it's them that needs to ask for help and get support. It's like they're trying to create problems in you and like, oh, Shells needs to heal this. But no, it's them that needs to heal that. I mean, I'm not saying that you're all like squeaky clean, that you've got no healing to do, but they're very much one of those that's unhealed and focused on you, pointing the finger at you, what you need to heal. Take a chance on love. Take a chance. Take a chance. They want this. They want to take a chance on this. They do feel very drawn to you. I wonder if this is a wound mate situation here. If it's not, like if you're not like matching them in your wounds and you got some healing to do together, I would say that to stay away from this person. I'd say stay away, like run, because when someone is focused on someone else like this and trying to heal them and pointing the finger at them, they're not focused on themselves, not doing the healing work that they need to do to be in a healthy relationship. So I would run from this one. Run a mile. Sort yourself out. Leave me alone. Leave me out of it. Stop projecting your stuff on me and go and get help. They do want to spend quality time with you though. Listen and talk to each other. Probably think that they can counsel you or something. I'm telling you, this person cannot counsel you. They might think that they can, but they can't. They might think that they can and that they are analysing you correctly and that they can help you. This person can't. They've not helped themselves yet. Someone that hasn't helped themselves can't help anyone else. So there we have it. You've got someone that's a helper kind of a thing here. They haven't healed themselves. They're not feeling about you. They're analysing you. Very different. It's not caring. It's a complete distraction from themselves. This person has got quite a lot of judgment about you. That's not love. It's not love. That's judgment, and it's coming from self-judgment. You are the focus of their attention right now, because really it should be on them and what they've got to heal. That's the next tornado. So there you go. If that sounds like it is your story and could be a story, you don't want this to be a story, do you? Could be a story. You might want to get that deeper dive for more information on this. Like I said, I'm going to go into guidance for you right now. So what should you do? How to get rid of energy like this? How to bring in someone that's much better for you? Or if you've still got some stuff to heal yourself, it could be that, right? Anyway. And also guidance for you. If you were to get into this relationship, which I would not advise, but if you were, what are the dynamics in there? That's going to be interesting. And also how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's an instant watch kind of thing. Type your email address in very carefully, because if you get it wrong, you're not going to receive it. That email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. So check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. You click on that shell on a device where you can open PDFs. In that PDF, amongst other things, you will see a picture of a video. And when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it should do. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there, leave a comment, and click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell to hear more from me. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to the deeper dive, I'll see you in there very shortly.